You possess unlimited potential. Right now, at this very moment, you have everything you need to become the best version of yourself, the power to transform your life, achieve your dreams, and make a lasting impact on the world is already within you, waiting to be awakened. But potential alone isn't enough. It's like having a high-performance car in your garage but never taking it for a drive. To truly become your best self, you need to start acting like it. You need to turn the key, rev the engine, and hit the open road. That's why we're here today. We're going to explore 5 powerful steps that will help you start acting like the best version of yourself. These aren't just empty words or feel-good ideas. These are practical, actionable steps that, when applied consistently, will transform your life from the inside out. Step 1. Cultivate self-awareness. The journey to becoming your best self starts with understanding who you are right now. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which all personal growth is built. It's like having a clear, honest mirror that reflects not just your outer appearance, but your inner world as well. To cultivate self-awareness, start by paying attention to your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Notice the patterns that emerge. What triggers your anger? What brings you joy? What situations make you feel confident, and which ones leave you feeling insecure? Take time each day for self-reflection. This doesn't have to be a formal meditation. Practice, although that can be incredibly beneficial. It can be as simple as spending a few minutes before bed reviewing your day. What went well today? What could I have done better? What did I learn about myself? Journaling is another powerful tool for developing self-awareness. Write down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences without judgment. Over time, you'll start to see patterns and insights emerging from your writing. Pay attention to your body as well. Our physical sensations often provide valuable clues about our emotional state. Does your stomach tighten when you're anxious? Do your shoulders relax when you feel safe and content? By tuning into these physical cues, you can gain a deeper understanding of your emotional landscape. Ask for feedback from people you trust. Sometimes, others can see aspects of ourselves that we're blind to. Be open to hearing their perspectives, even if they're not always comfortable. Remember, the goal isn't to judge yourself, but to understand yourself more fully. As you develop greater self-awareness, you'll start to recognize your strengths and weaknesses more clearly. You'll begin to understand your values and what truly matters to you. This knowledge is crucial because it allows you to make choices that align with your authentic self. Self-awareness also helps you identify the areas where you need to grow. Maybe you realize that you have a tendency to procrastinate or that you struggle with setting boundaries. By recognizing these patterns, you can start to address them proactively. Remember, self-awareness isn't about beating yourself up over your flaws. It's about gaining a clear, compassionate understanding of who you are. It's about accepting yourself fully while also recognizing the areas where you want to grow and improve. As you cultivate self-awareness, you might uncover some uncomfortable truths about yourself. Maybe you realize that you've been holding on to limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. Or perhaps you discover that some of your behaviors aren't aligned with your values. These realizations can be challenging, but they're also incredibly liberating. Because once you're aware of something, you have the power to change it. Self-awareness gives you the ability to consciously shape your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors rather than being unconsciously driven by them. Step 2. Set inspiring goals. Now that you have a clearer understanding of who you are, it's time to decide who you want to become. This is where goal setting comes in. But we're not talking about just any goals here. We're talking about inspiring, soul-stirring goals that energize you and pull you forward. The best version of yourself isn't a static destination. It's a constantly evolving vision. So take some time to really think about what your best self looks like. What kind of person do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? How do you want to contribute to the world? Don't limit yourself here. Dream big. Let your imagination soar. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What goals would you set if you had unlimited resources and support? As you're setting these goals, make sure they're aligned with your values and your authentic self. The most inspiring goals aren't about impressing others or living up to societal expectations. They're about becoming more fully yourself and making the unique contribution that only you can make. Write your goals down. There's something powerful about putting your aspirations down on paper. It makes them more real, more tangible. Keep these written goals somewhere you can see them regularly. Let them serve as a daily reminder of what you're working towards. Now, here's a crucial point. Your goals should stretch you, but they shouldn't break you. They should be challenging enough to inspire growth, but not so overwhelming that they paralyze you with fear. Break your big, inspiring goals down into smaller, manageable steps. This allows you to make consistent progress without feeling overwhelmed. Celebrate each small victory along the way. These celebrations reinforce your progress and keep you motivated. Remember, the purpose of these goals isn't just to achieve specific outcomes. It's to become the kind of person who can achieve those outcomes. As you work towards your goals, you'll be developing the skills, habits, and mindset of your best. Don't be afraid to adjust your goals as you grow and evolve. What seemed important a year ago might not resonate with you now, and that's okay. The best version of yourself is always expanding, always reaching for new heights. Your goals should excite you. They should get you out of bed in the morning, eager to take on the day. If your goals don't inspire you, it's time to revisit them. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What kind of impact do I want to make? What would bring me the deepest sense of fulfillment? As you set these inspiring goals, you might notice some fear or self-doubt creeping in. That's normal. In fact, it's a good sign. It means you're pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. Acknowledge these feelings, but don't let them hold you back. Remember, your best self is waiting on the other side of that fear. P3. Develop empowering habits. Now that you have a clear understanding of yourself and inspiring goals to work towards, it's time to focus on your daily actions. Because here's the truth. Your life is shaped not by occasional big decisions, but by the small choices you make every single day. To start acting like your best self, you need to develop habits that support your growth and align with your goals. These habits are the bridge between who you are now and who you want to become. Start by identifying the habits that your best self would have. Would they wake up early? Would they exercise regularly? Would they read every day? Would they practice gratitude? Make a list of these habits. Now here's the key. Don't try to change everything at once. That's a recipe for overwhelm and burnout. Instead, focus on one or two habits at a time. Give yourself time to fully integrate these new behaviors into your life before adding more. When developing new habits, start small, really small. Want to start exercising? Begin with just 5 minutes a day. Want to meditate? Start with 1 minute. These tiny actions might seem insignificant, but they serve a crucial purpose. They help you build momentum and confidence. Consistency is more important than intensity when it comes to habit formation. It's better to do 5 minutes of exercise every day than to do an hour-long workout once a week and then give up. Those small, consistent actions add up over time, creating powerful results. Use the power of habit stacking. This means attaching your new habit to an existing routine. For example, if you want to start a gratitude practice, you could decide to think of 3 things you're grateful for right after you brush your teeth each morning. Create an environment that supports your new habits. If you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with nutritious foods. If you want to read more, keep books visible and easily accessible in your home. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your behavior, so make it work for you, not against you. Expect setbacks. There will be days when you slip up or forget to follow through on your new habits. That's okay. It's part of the process. The key is to not let these setbacks derail you completely. If you miss a day, simply pick up where you left off the next day. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Did you meditate for 1 minute today? Celebrate that. Did you choose a healthy snack instead of junk food? Celebrate that too. These celebrations reinforce your new habits and make them more likely. Remember, habits are powerful because they operate on autopilot. Once a behavior becomes habitual, it requires much less willpower to maintain. Your brain creates neural pathways that make the behavior feel natural and automatic. As you develop these empowering habits, you're literally rewiring your brain. You're creating new neural connections that support your growth and align with your best self. This process takes time, so be patient with yourself. It's also important to regularly review and adjust your habits. As you grow and evolve, the habits that serve you might change. Stay flexible and willing to experiment with different routines and behaviors. Some habits might be about adding new behaviors, while others might be about eliminating behaviors that don't serve you. Maybe you need to develop a habit of saying no to commitments that drain your energy. Or perhaps you need to break the habit of negative self-talk. Remember, every habit you develop is a vote for the kind of person you want to become. Each time you follow through on a positive habit, you're reinforcing your identity as your best self. Step 4. Cultivate a growth mindset. To truly act like your best self, you need to believe that you can grow, learn, and improve. This is where the concept of a growth mindset comes in. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. The opposite of a growth mindset is a fixed mindset. The belief that your qualities are carved in stone, that you have a certain amount of intelligence and talent, and that's that. People with a fixed mindset tend to avoid challenges, give up easily, and feel threatened by the success of others. But here's the exciting truth. You have the power to cultivate a growth mindset. It's not something you're born with or without. It's a way of thinking that you can develop and strengthen over time. Start by becoming aware of your internal dialogue. When you face a challenge or a setback, what does your inner voice say? Does it say, I'm not good at this, or does it say, this is an opportunity to learn and improve? Pay attention to these thoughts and consciously shift them towards a growth perspective. Embrace challenges instead of avoiding them. When you encounter something difficult, remind yourself that this is how you grow. Your brain actually forms new neural connections when you push yourself to learn something new or tackle a tough problem. View effort as the path to mastery. Instead of expecting to be instantly good at something, recognize that sustained effort over time is what leads to real skill and achievement. Celebrate the effort you put in, not just the outcomes you achieve. Learn to love the process of learning itself. When you enjoy the journey of growth and improvement, you're more likely to persist in the face of obstacles. Find ways to make learning fun and engaging for yourself. Reframe failure as feedback. Instead of seeing failures as proof of your limitations, view them as valuable information that can help you improve. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow? Develop a curiosity about your own learning process. Notice how you learn best. What strategies work well for you? When do you feel most engaged and motivated? Use these insights to optimize your learning and growth. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Their attitudes and behaviors will rub off on you. Seek out mentors and friends who believe in continuous improvement and who support your growth journey. Practice self-compassion. A growth mindset isn't about being hard on yourself. It's about being kind to yourself while also pushing yourself to grow. Treat yourself with the same compassion and encouragement you would offer a good friend. Use the power of yet. When you find yourself thinking, I can't do this, add the word yet to the end of that sentence. I can't do this yet. This simple addition opens up the possibility of future growth and improvement. Celebrate the growth and success of others. Instead of feeling threatened when others succeed, use their success as inspiration. What can you learn from their journey? How can their achievements motivate you to reach higher? Seek out feedback and use it constructively. Feedback is a valuable tool for growth, but only if you're open to receiving it. Instead of getting defensive, try to listen with curiosity and a willingness to learn. Remember that developing a growth mindset is itself a growth process. You won't perfect it overnight, and you might find yourself slipping back into fixed mindset thinking at times. That's okay. The key is to keep working at it, to keep pushing yourself to see challenges as opportunities and setbacks as learning experiences. As you cultivate a growth mindset, you'll likely find that your potential seems to expand. Things that once seemed impossible start to feel achievable. You'll be more willing to take on challenges, more resilient in the face of setbacks, and more inspired by the success of others. A growth mindset also allows you to be more authentic. Instead of trying to prove yourself or hiding your weaknesses, you can openly acknowledge areas where you need to improve. This honesty and vulnerability can lead to deeper connections with others and a stronger sense of self. With a growth mindset, every experience becomes an opportunity for learning and improvement. Even negative experiences can be valuable if you approach them with curiosity and a willingness to grow. This perspective can dramatically change how you navigate life's ups and downs. Practice radical self-love. The final step in acting like your best self is perhaps the most important: practicing radical self-love. This isn't about narcissism or selfishness. It's about developing a deep, unconditional acceptance and appreciation for yourself, exactly as you. Many of us have been conditioned to be our own harshest critics. We focus on our flaws, bid ourselves for our mistakes, and set impossibly high standards. But here's the truth. You can't bully yourself into becoming your best self. Real, lasting change comes from a place of self-love and self-acceptance. Start by recognizing your inherent worth. You are valuable and worthy of love and respect simply because you exist. Your worth isn't determined by your achievements, your appearance, or what others think of you. It's innate and unchanging. Practice self-compassion. When you make a mistake or face a setback, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. Instead of harsh self-criticism, offer yourself words of comfort and encouragement. Celebrate your unique qualities. What makes you you? What are the quirks, talents, and characteristics that make you unique? Take time to appreciate these aspects of yourself. They're what make you special and irreplaceable. Take care of your physical self. Nourish your body with healthy food. Get enough sleep. Move your body in ways that feel good. These acts of self-care are expressions of self-love. Set healthy boundaries. Learning to say no to things that drain you and yes to things that nourish you is a powerful form of self-love. It's about honoring your needs and respecting your own limits. Forgive yourself for past mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's part of being human. Instead of dwelling on past errors, learn from them and then let them go. Holding on to guilt and shame only holds you back from becoming your best self. Speak to yourself with kindness. Pay attention to your self-talk. Would you speak to a loved one the way you speak to yourself? If not, it's time to change that inner dialogue. Replace critical thoughts with compassionate ones. Acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small. Take time each day to recognize what you've accomplished. Maybe you handled a difficult situation with grace, or you took a small step towards a goal. Celebrate these victories. Surround yourself with positive, supportive people. The people around you have a big impact on how you feel about yourself. Choose to spend time with those who uplift and encourage you. Practice gratitude for your body and mind. Instead of focusing on what you perceive as flaws, express thankfulness for all the amazing things your body and mind do for you every day. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Make time for hobbies, interests, and passions that light you up. Doing things you love is a form of self-love. Learn to receive compliments graciously. Instead of deflecting praise, simply say thank you. Allow yourself to fully receive and believe positive feedback from others. Remember, self-love isn't a destination. It's an ongoing practice. There will be days when it feels easier and days when it's more challenging. The key is to keep coming back to it, to keep choosing love and compassion for yourself, even when it's difficult. As you practice radical self-love, you'll likely notice some profound shifts in your life. You'll become more resilient in the face of challenges. You'll be more willing to take risks and put yourself out there. You'll attract healthier relationships. And most importantly, you'll be laying the foundation for truly becoming your best self. Is the truth. Your best self isn't a perfect, flawless version of you. Your best self is the version of you that embraces all aspects of who you are, your strengths and your copyright. Try. Claude's response was limited as it hit the maximum length allowed at this time. Continue. Edit. Your best self is the version of you that embraces all aspects of who you are. Your strengths and your weaknesses, your successes and your failures, your light and your shadow. It's the version of you that shows up fully and authentically in the world, secure in the knowledge of your inherent worth. Now, as we wrap up these 5 steps to start acting like your best self, let's take a moment to reflect on how they all work together. Self-awareness gives you the clear vision. You need to understand where you are and where you want to go. It's like having a detailed map of your inner landscape. Setting inspiring goals provides the direction and motivation. These goals are like the North Star, guiding your journey of personal growth and transformation. Developing empowering habits creates the daily actions that move you steadily towards your goals. These habits are the vehicle that carries you forward on your journey. Cultivating a growth mindset gives you the resilience and adaptability to keep going, even when the path gets tough. It's the fuel that keeps your vehicle moving no matter what obstacles you encounter. And practicing radical self-love, that's the foundation that supports it all. It's the solid ground you stand on as you reach for the stars. Together, these 5 steps create a powerful framework for personal transformation. They allow you to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your highest vision of yourself. They empower you to show up in the world as your most authentic, capable. It's the most important thing to remember. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's not about molding yourself to fit some external ideal of perfection. It's about becoming more fully yourself. It's about peeling away the layers of fear, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs to reveal the amazing person you've always been beneath. Your best self isn't a distant, idealized version of you. Your best self is already within you, waiting to be expressed. These steps are simply tools to help you clear away the obstacles and align with that innate greatness. As you begin to implement these steps in your life, be patient with yourself. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, successes and setbacks. That's all part of the process. The key is to keep moving forward, one step at a time, one day at a time. Start small. Maybe today you simply take a few minutes to reflect on your values and aspirations. Maybe tomorrow you start a new habit of taking a short walk each morning. Maybe the day after that, you catch yourself in negative self-talk and consciously choose a more compassionate thought instead. These small actions might not seem like much in the moment, but they add up over time. They create momentum. They shape your identity. They gradually shift your life in the direction of your dreams. As you start acting like your best self, you'll inspire others to do the same. Your growth and transformation will have a ripple effect, touching the lives of those around you in ways you might not even realize. Imagine a world where everyone was committed to becoming their best selves. Imagine the innovations, the art, the solutions to global problems that would emerge. Imagine the kindness, the compassion, the understanding that would flourish. By committing to this journey of personal growth and self-actualization, you're not just improving your own life, you're contributing to the betterment of the world as a whole. You're playing your unique part in the evolution of human consciousness. So as you move forward from here, I encourage you to embrace these 5 steps with enthusiasm and commitment. Cultivate self-awareness, set inspiring goals, develop empowering habits, cultivate a growth mindset, and above all, practice radical self-love. Remember, you have everything you need within you right now to start this journey. You have the power to shape your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and ultimately your life. You have the capacity to become the person you've always dreamed of being. Your best self is calling. It's time to answer that call. It's time to step into your greatness. It's time to start acting like the best version of yourself, not someday in the future, but right here, right now. The world needs your light, your gifts, your unique contribution. By becoming your best self, you give others permission to do the same. You become a beacon of possibility, showing others what's achievable when we commit to our own growth and transformation. So take that first step. Make that commitment to yourself. Believe in your potential. Trust in your journey. And know that with each passing day, as you implement these steps, You're moving closer and closer to fully embodying your best. Your future self is cheering you on. Your best self is eager to emerge. The world is waiting for the unique gifts that only you can offer. It's time to shine your light brightly, to step fully into your power, to become the person you were always meant. You've got this. You have everything you need within you. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and you've already taken that step by being here, by engaging with these ideas, by contemplating how you can start acting like your best self. As you move forward, remember that this journey is yours. You get to define what your best self looks like. You get to set the pace. You get to choose the path. Trust your intuition, listen to your heart, and let your authentic self guide the way. You are worthy of love, respect, and all the good things life has to offer simply because you exist. You don't have to earn your worth or prove yourself to anyone. Your value is intrinsic and unchanging. So go forth with confidence. Embrace the adventure of becoming your best self. Celebrate each step forward, learn from each setback, and keep your eyes fixed on the amazing person you're becoming. Your best self is not a distant dream. It's a present reality waiting to be fully expressed. With each choice, each action, each moment of self-awareness and self-love, you're bringing that best self more fully into being. The journey to your best self is the journey of a lifetime. It's challenging, it's rewarding, it's transformative, and it starts right here, right now, with your decision to take these 5 steps and start acting like the best version of yourself. You have the power. You have the potential. You have everything you need. Now it's time to act. It's time to become. It's time to shine. Your best self awaits. The world awaits. The time is now. Let's begin. As you embark on this journey, remember that transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a gradual unfolding of your potential. There will be days when you feel on top of the world, when everything seems to click into place. There will also be days when you struggle, when old habits resurface, when self-doubt creeps. These fluctuations are normal. They're part of the process. The key is to stay committed to your journey, to keep showing up for yourself day after day, even when it's challenging. Think of your best self as a garden. You've planted the seeds with these 5 steps. Now it's time to nurture them, water them with consistent effort, fertilize them with positivity and self-belief, prune away the weeds of negative self-talk and limiting beliefs. Give them sunlight by exposing yourself to new experiences and perspectives. Some days you might not see much growth. The seeds might be germinating underground, unseen but alive and developing. Other days, you'll notice new shoots breaking through the soil, tangible evidence of your progress. Remember, every great oak tree was once a tiny acorn. Every butterfly was once a caterpillar. Every accomplished individual was once a beginner. Your best self is emerging, growing, evolving with each passing day. As you continue on this path, stay curious. Be open to new ideas, new perspectives, new ways of thinking and being. Your best self isn't a fixed destination. It's an ever-expanding horizon. As you grow and evolve, your vision of your best self will likely evolve too. That's not only okay, it's wonderful. It means you're continuing to dream bigger, to reach higher, to expand your sense of what's possible. Stay connected to your why. Why is becoming your best self important to you? What difference will it make in your life and in the lives of those around you? When the journey gets tough, reconnecting with your why can provide the motivation and inspiration to keep. Remember to celebrate your progress along the way. Don't wait until you've reached some far-off goal to acknowledge how far you've come. Celebrate the small wins, the daily victories, the moments of growth and insight. These celebrations aren't just feel-good moments. They're fuel for your journey, reinforcing your new habits and mindset. As you continue on this journey of becoming your best self, it's important to recognize that this process is not just about personal achievement. It's about expanding your capacity to contribute, to connect, and to create positive change in the world around you. Your best self isn't just about you. It's about how you interact with the world, how you show up in your relationships, and how you contribute to your community and society at large. As you grow and evolve, you'll find that your sphere of influence naturally expands. Consider the concept of Ubuntu, an African philosophy that roughly translates to I am, because we are. This idea reminds us that we are all interconnected, that our individual growth and success are inextricably linked to the well-being of those around us. As you become your best self, you create space for others to do the same. Think about the ripple effect of your actions. When you choose kindness in a difficult moment, when you persist in the face of challenges, when you speak your truth with courage and compassion, these actions don't just impact you. They touch everyone you interact with and potentially even people you'll never meet. Your journey to your best self is also a journey of expanding awareness. As you become more self-aware, you'll likely find that you become more aware of the world around you as well. You might notice injustices you were previously blind to, or opportunities to make a difference that you hadn't seen before. This expanded awareness can sometimes feel overwhelming. You might feel a sense of responsibility to address every problem you see. Remember, you don't have to solve every issue in the world. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Your best self isn't about being perfect or solving all the world's problems. It's about making a positive difference in whatever way you can. As you continue to grow, you might find that your definition of success changes. Society often defines success in terms of external achievements, wealth, status, power. But as you connect more deeply with your authentic self, you might find that your measure of success becomes more internal. It might be about the quality of your relationships, the depth of your self-understanding, or the positive impact you're able to have on others. Remember that becoming your best self isn't a solo journey. While the work is ultimately yours to do, you don't have to do it alone. Seek out mentors who inspire you. Connect with like-minded individuals who are on similar paths. Build a support network that encourages your growth and holds you accountable. Consider starting or joining a mastermind group, a small group of peers who meet regularly to support each other's growth and goals. The power of collective wisdom and mutual support can accelerate your progress and provide valuable perspectives you might not have considered on your own. As you work on becoming your best self, you might encounter resistance from unexpected places. Sometimes the people closest to us can feel threatened by our growth. They might be comfortable with who we've always been and feel unsettled by the changes they see in us. This doesn't mean they don't care about us. Often, it's simply a reflection of their own fears and insecurities. If you encounter this kind of resistance, respond with compassion, both for yourself and for others. Understand that your growth might be triggering their own unresolved issues or unfulfilled desires. Continue to love them. But don't let their discomfort hold you back from becoming your best self. Remember that becoming your best self isn't about leaving others behind. It's about lifting others up as you rise. As you grow, look for ways to encourage and support the growth of those around you. Share what you're learning. Offer encouragement. Be a living example of what's possible when we commit to our own evolution. One powerful way to accelerate your growth is to teach what you're learning. When you share your insights with others, you deepen your own understanding. You also reinforce your new habits and mindsets by articulating them to others. Look for opportunities to share your journey, whether that's through conversations with friends, writing a blog, or even leading workshops or speaking engagements. As you continue on this path, you'll likely encounter periods of rapid growth followed by plateaus. These plateaus are a natural and necessary part of the process. They're not setbacks, they're integration periods where your mind and body are assimilating all the changes you've made. During these times, be patient with yourself. Keep practicing your new habits even if you don't see immediate results. Trust that growth is happening beneath the surface even when you can't see it. Remember that becoming your best self isn't about reaching a final destination. It's about embracing a lifelong journey of growth and discovery. There will always be new heights to reach, new skills to master, new ways to expand your impact on the world. Stay curious. Keep learning. Be willing to question your own assumptions and beliefs. The moment we think we have all the answers is the moment we stop growing. Your best self is always evolving, always reaching for new possibilities. As you progress on your journey, you might find that your purpose becomes clearer. You might discover passions you never knew you had, or uncover talents that were previously hidden. Pay attention to what lights you up. What activities make you lose track of time? What issues make your heart beat faster? These are clues pointing you towards your unique purpose. Remember that your purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing to be meaningful. Perhaps your purpose is to bring more beauty into the world through art. Maybe it's to be a loving parent or a supportive friend. Maybe it's to solve complex problems in your field of work. Whatever it is, embrace it fully. Your purpose is as unique as you are, and fulfilling it is a key part of becoming your best self. As you step into your best self, you might find that you naturally inspire others to do the same. Don't shy away from this role. Embrace the opportunity to be a beacon of possibility for others. Share your story, not to boast, but to show others what's possible when we commit to our own growth. Remember, becoming your best self isn't about reaching perfection. It's about continual growth, about stretching beyond your comfort zone, about showing up fully in your life. It's about aligning your actions with your values, about making a positive difference in whatever way you can. Your best self is always waiting just beyond the horizon of your current capabilities. Keep reaching, keep growing, keep becoming. The journey never ends. And that's the beauty of it. There's always more to discover, always new ways to expand, always new heights to reach. So step boldly into this journey. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, learn from the setbacks. Your best self is calling. Answer that call with everything you've got. The world is waiting for the unique gifts that only you can offer. It's time to shine your light brightly, to step fully into your power, to become the person you were always meant. Your journey to your best self starts now. Take that first step, and then another, and another. Before you know it, you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. The best version of you is waiting. Let's begin.